Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
So, what can I do for you today? Couldn't have done it better myself. Here's your coin. We actually got a request from one of the most powerful families in Whiterun, the Battleborns. Make your way up there and look for Alfred. He says he's got a matter that requires a delicate touch, and I suggested you for the job. Don't make me the fool and let me down, all right? I handle the fishing. If break-ins are more your thing, most of the estate. Your job, feel like doing a bit of writing. Keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
Back with good... Fine. I guess you'll need your coin then. I handle the burglar... If you don't like that kind of work, talk... Pretty simple. The cat... You ready for some good old-fashioned... Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me. I haven't seen so much celebrating in years. Mercer's dead. We have a new guildmaster, and things are finally looking up. Business is booming, coin is flowing, and everyone seems content, as things keep going our way. A new chapter in the Thieves' Guild is being written this day, and we all owe it to you. Many thanks. Until next time.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. You're here, and not a moment too soon. If anything should happen to Arn, there'll be hell to pay. A close friend of mine. We fought together on the battlefield for many years until old age got the better of us. Now it's up to me to save him one more time. This time from the executioner's block in Solitude. The city guard in Solitude is seeking Arn for a serious crime. When he fled here, he was arrested for drunken behavior. Can you imagine? Fortunately, his identity isn't known to the authorities in Whiterun, so there's still a chance to save him. Hold a moment. This is more than a simple prison break. I want to have Arn's name stricken from the record books permanently. I'm setting him up with a new identity. It's the only way to throw the guard permanently off his trail. The job is twofold. First, steal a letter that was sent from Solitude warning Whiterun's guard to be on the lookout for Arn. The second is to change Arn's name in the prison registry to his new identity. If it was easy, I would have hired a local thug instead of a professional. You see, both of these items are kept inside Dragon's Reach. And they don't allow visitors inside the Jarl's or the Steward's chambers. One more thing. If you get caught, I can't afford to be connected to you. Remember that before you do anything stupid. I have eyes within Dragon's Reach. They tell me that all correspondence from other holds are sent to the Jarl's private chambers. It's a well-known fact that the steward keeps all of the records on Whiterun's prisoners in a large book. My sources tell me you can find that book in a study in his quarters. Change Arn's entry in the book to anything you want, and they'll be forced to let him go after he serves a few weeks. You watch yourself out there.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
There's been talk amongst the guards that you are Dragonborn. But such a thing, surely that's not possible.
Alfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm Arn? Never heard of him. I guess that means you're finished. Here's your payment. Tell Delvin that he has my support and all the weight it carries in Whiterun from now on. I think he'll be quite pleased. Watch yourself out there.
I heard Brynjolf is looking for you. It's time for the guild to have a new leader.
I think it's time we make this guildmaster thing official. Go and talk to Brynjolf. He's making preparations.
Well, my friend, the time's come to make it official. It's time to become our guildmaster. Don't worry, I promise this will be short and sweet. If you'll just meet us in the center of this cistern room, we can begin. Look, I've never been good at these things, so I'm just gonna keep it short. Being guildmaster means more than just getting a cut of all the loot. It's about being a leader and keeping this rabble in order. With that in mind, I propose that the position of guildmaster should be yours. Delvin?
Agreed.
Sure, why not?
Carlia?
Absolutely.
Everyone is in agreement. So all I can do now is name you guildmaster and wish you good fortune and long life. Now everyone, get back to work. It's good to see you in one piece, lad. I just wanted to give you a proper thank you for everything you've done. The guild is back on its feet again, and on its way to a prosperous future. What's become of the skeleton key? That's it then. After all those years of helplessly watching the guild decline. But enough of that. I'm confident that with you in charge, we'll soon have more gold than we could possibly spend. I'll be down here, trying to coordinate everything with Delvin and Vex, to make sure the coin keeps flowing, and no one skims. If you still feel like doing some jobs, I'm sure Delvin and Vex have more than their fair share to give out. Either way, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Here's to the future of the guild. May it last another 1,000 years.
Take a look around.
I can't think of a better person for the job, Nightingale. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. I'm feeling a sense of inner peace, something I haven't felt in a very long time. Instead of being clouded with thoughts of revenge and retribution, I feel only serenity and fulfillment. Of course, I've been also dabbling in my old pastimes as well. Take a look around, and feel free to share the fruits of my labor. I think by now most within the guild are well aware of what transpired between Mercer Frey and ourselves. The notion that the Nightingales are a fictive group has long since passed. If you wish to wear your Nightingale armor within the guild, I'm certain that no one would give it a second thought. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services, and no alms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. You're closer to understanding than you realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she accept payment when we die? When we suffer, does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. It was good speaking with you again.
Ever laid eyes on such wealth?
Never. This is the best the guild's done since I've been a part of it.
You need anything, anything at all, don't hesitate to ask. Take a good look around you. Have you ever seen the guild in such a prosperous state? With Mercer Frey gone, and our influence spreading across Skyrim, the guild's earned a new level of respect it hasn't seen in decades. I couldn't be more proud to be part of the Thieves Guild, or its new guildmaster. Well, that's it. Sorry if it isn't the ceremony you were hoping for, but we're not exactly known for throwing our coin around. After we're done, head over to Tamriel and she'll set you up with your guildmaster armor. Oh, and one last thing. Here, I want you to take this. It's sort of a tradition around here. You need anything. Anything at all.
Can I
Don't
offer you
hesitate to
some
ask.
friendly advice?
You can offer, but I may not buy.
Why don't you just formally join up? Quit sitting there wheeling and dealing when you could be out there making a heck of a lot more coin. We could use someone with your skills.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, Delvin. I may just take you up on that one day.
I suppose you deserve it. Couldn't do any
next
worse
we
than
meet.
Mercer, anyway. Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place. Okay, what'll it be? We've been trying to get this item for a while. Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
Before we get down to business, I've got something I need you to do. Well, as you know, the guild's growing and things are looking up around here. The only thing we're lacking is a reliable way to transport our merchandise across Skyrim. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there are several Khajiit caravans that travel across the realm. They're shrewd traders and don't mind getting their hands dirty. I bartered with their leader, Rasad, on more than one occasion. Actually, I want you to bring him something. You see, the caravans are notorious for transporting illegal substances. Present Rasad with this satchel of moon sugar, and I bet my last septim he'll make a deal. It's an illegal substance highly favored by the Khajiit. Very difficult to come by. If moon sugar is refined properly, it can be used to make skooma, another substance that will knock you over after a single draft. Rasad is the head of a small syndicate of independent merchant families. Each caravan is obliged to pay dues, but in return, a small portion of the profits are shared between them, and the leader parcels out the routes. If we could make contact with them, they could provide an excellent way to inconspicuously transport goods for us. Yes, and I'm more than happy to give it to you. I mean, look at this place. I've never seen so much wealth down here. You've made us all rich. Here you go. Should fit you like a glove, boss. You'll find Rasad with his caravan group. Just don't do anything stupid when you get there.